Here with unbeaten featherweight title contender, 20-0, Joet Gonzalez. You're back in action December 8th once again. How happy are you to get another chance to be able to get to 21-0 before the end of the year 2018?
I mean, I'm happy I get it in the year defending my NBO title for the first time. I expect a good fight, and I'll be ready for December 8th.
You're coming off a tough fight against Rafael Rivera, 10-round fight at the downtown LA in life. How would you assess your performance that time?
I mean, I think it's been my best performance as of right now, but there's some things I could do better, and things I learned from the fight. Obviously, I mean, I don't want to say them, but I know what I got to do to fix it for my next fight, and we're just gonna get better from here on out.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it was a great opponent. You know, obviously he's not well known, but I mean, just looking at the guy that kind of fought against you and what he fought against Joseph Diaz as well, it speaks, volumes for himself. What do you want to accomplish in 2019? How far do you see yourself fighting for a world title?
For 2019, I see myself fighting for a title really close. I'm saying mid next year or late next year. I'm defending it one more time this year, and then I'll probably make 2 more defenses next year, and then world title. Either WBO, WC, WBA, IBF, any of them.
Yeah, obviously the featherweight, it's a stacked division. There's 2 other names within the Golden Boy stable. They're not champions as of now. But you have Tino Avila and Joseph Diaz. Are those 2 names that, if the world title fight doesn't come, that would attract you, kind of?
I mean, I'm pretty sure maybe one of those 2. I have to fight before I get to a world title.
Yeah.
Maybe Golden Boy might have a fight between us, and whoever wins gets a world title shot. So I'll be more than willing to fight either of them. My goal is a world title, so I'll fight whoever I have to go through.
Yeah, definitely. Now, wanted to get your take. Golden Boy just signed with the Zone. What do you make of that, and what do you make of Canelo getting $365 million, to be part of that?
I mean, I think he deserves it. He's waited a long time to be the face of boxing, which I believe he is right now. Obviously, that loss to Mayweather, he was young, but it made him who he is right now. And he's only bigger, he's only getting better, and he deserves it. He deserves it, and good for him.
What do you see for yourself being on that platform? Obviously, we could cost. I know Golden Boy's getting an additional 10 fight cards a year, so you obviously will be featured either, co-headlining or headlining the event. What do you see yourself the Zone doing for you personally?
Take it to the next level. I mean, I already talked to my manager, Frank Espinosa, and my promoter, Golden Boy, so I'll definitely be on the Zone soon, or next year. And we expect tough fights, good fights, and they're going to push me to that world title.
Do you see this? Do you see that? Obviously, it's streaming platform. Do you see that as a way of the future, or are you one of those guys that it's time to do it now and better sooner than later?
I'm thinking right now it's the future. I mean, obviously we have the Facebook Watch, we have the Zone, and we have ESPN Plus, and I'm guessing it's the thing for boxing right now, and people are gonna have access to boxing anywhere they go, either at work or anywhere, and it's a future.
Yeah, definitely. Now, talk to me about boxing family. When you were 20-0, you have your brother Joet, who's working with Lupillo Rivera, from what I know. He's 11-0 now, I believe, and then you have your sister as well who fights. Where did this came about? Was it you that kind of got him into boxing, or was it from your dad? I know he's a great trainer.
I mean, my dad boxed. My whole family boxed. I have 2 uncles that box. My dad used to box.
Professional?
So yeah, no, amateur.
Amateur.
Yeah, and then boxing was just in our family. We watched boxing all the time back in the day when it was Solo Boxeo Tecate every Friday night. So it was in our blood. We loved it. And then eventually we saw the Oscar De La Hoya versus Fernando Vargas fight. And right there, I told my dad, I want to box. And so did my brother, Joes. So he took us to a gym. I was 8 years old at the time. My brother was 6. He had to be 8, so my brother couldn't go. And my dad wanted us to be together. So I had to wait 2 years. We finally went back. I was 10, he and my brother was 8. We started together. It's going to be a year later. My sister came along. And then I think 2 years later, my other younger brother came along, and now we're all fighting. My sister's ranked number 1 in the U.S. at 132. My brother's undefeated. I'm undefeated. Both signed with Golden Boy. So everything's going great for us right now.
Yeah, I mean, can you see yourself, all 3 of you guys being world champions at once? You being a world champion. I mean, he's knocking out the competition at 135. I know he had a tough fight against Striker Delgado, but obviously learning experience. And then your sister, you said he's ranked, number 1 at 132. Man, is that the family goal to kind of be world champions all 3 at once?
I think all 4 of us are going to.
That's right, your younger brother. Okay, man.
that's the goal, to be all four of us world champion at the same time, and just be the family face of boxing. You know, be the top ones, and that's our goal, and that's our plan.
Yeah, and I'll take you back. I know you mentioned you became a kind of like wanted to get into boxing when it was at La Hoya against Vargas. You know, was the family torn between going? You know, a lot of at that time it was like Vargas was like the real Mexican in a sense, at least in my household, and then La Hoya was kind of like the Gabachito in a sense. Yeah.
No, our family, we were going for Oscar.
Okay.
We liked Oscar's humbleness. Vargas kind of talked a lot, so we didn't really like that. Our family, we're a humble family. We just work hard. We mind our own business, but we back it up when we have to. You know.
Yeah.
So that's how Oscar was, and we were going for Oscar.
Oh, there you go. Okay, perfect. Any last questions? Any comments you want to say to the fans to tune in December 8th? You don't have an opponent yet, or you do have an opponent?
Yeah,
Okay.
my opponent's Eric Hunter. I believe he was signed with Golden Boot before. He has a record of 21 wins, 11 knockouts, 4 losses. So he's from Philadelphia. I know he's gonna come to fight. Guys from Philly, they always come to fight, they're always game. And that's it. I'll be fighting December 8th against him, and I'm more than ready.
Yeah, December 8th at the Fantasy Spring Casino. What platform is that going to be? Is that going to be on Facebook?
It's going to be on Facebook.
On Facebook? Okay, yeah. Definitely. That will be your second time on Facebook or first time?
My first time on Facebook.
First time, okay. Have you tuned into any of the fights?
No, I haven't actually. Both times Facebook watch against Ryan when he fought Carlos, and Joseph when he fought Rojas.
Rojas,
I was there live, so I never really seen it on Facebook Watch.
Yeah.
I was there live, so maybe I'll see it after my fight.
There you go. All right, man. Well, thank you, Joet. It's always a pleasure seeing you.
Thank you, man.